Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name entity? Because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I demand to be released on my own recognizance. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
When I talk, you listen.
Buckle up, because we've got two absolutely wild sovereign citizen court hearings coming your way today. Try not to lose too many brain cells. These cases are chaotic, heated, and borderline unbelievable. First up, we've got a guy who flat out refuses to give his name, claims he's an entity, and basically invents his own legal system right there in front of the judge. It's like he skipped Law 101 and jumped straight into a fantasy novel. Seriously though, what is this? Confidence? Confusion? Or just pure delusion? Sound off in the comments and let me know your take. Alright, let's dive headfirst into this courtroom circus.
Mr. Strickland, can you hear me?
This is the judge.
Okay, Mr. Strickland.
Open the door.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
you don't want to hear me.
Sir, can you hear me?
What?
Mr. Strickland, this is
All right.
Magistrate William Burden. Good morning. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you want to speak with an attorney?
Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name entity? Because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I am executive of the name entity. That's who you're talking to right now. Do you understand? I am the executor of the name entity. I demand to be released on my own recognizance. I have right here, Judge. You see this, Judge? And then I also have a UCC1 in the name entity. So y'all trying to run a lien on the name, that's illegal. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
You
I
tell
demand
me.
to be released on my own recognizance. I have a UCC1 here. I've laid claim to the name entity through the Secretary of State and the federal government. Here it is right here, the Secretary of State, Jocelyn.
Okay. Sir?
It's right here, Lincoln. To the flesh and blood man or the name entity. I'm trying to ask.
Sir, whether I'm talking to the flesh and blood or name entity, I'm talking to both of y'all at the same time. Do either of you want to speak to an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I don't consent to an attorney. I don't consent to be in no hearing.
Sir, I just asked you one question. I just need one answer.
And I don't consent.
Okay, I know that.
So who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man or the name entity?
I'm speaking to both of y'all. I'm speaking to both of y'all at the same time.
I've got to say, I'm really enjoying this judge so far. He's sharp, witty, and knows how to handle a room. But these Zoom court hearings? They're driving me insane. It's like open mic night for defendants, talking over the judge, interrupting nonstop, and showing zero respect. There's just no order in this courtroom. Can we not just meet the guy? Zoom might work fine for office meetings, but for court? It's absolute chaos. Honestly, court should be in person, period. What do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's jump back into this beautiful mess and see how it all unfolds.
Here it is.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Here. You
Are
see
you
it?
gonna let me talk? Sir?
Sir?
Are you gonna let me talk? I got some questions for you.
I'm here without consent.
Put the paperwork down,
Don't
sir.
consent to this.
I know you don't consent to this. You want the court to release you, is that correct?
Yeah.
Want to release you, the entity, or the person in the flesh? Which one?
Flesh and blood man. I own the entity, so it's going to be released anyway.
All right, now.
For UCC1, everything.
If you don't, when I talk, you listen.
I am.
If you don't want to talk to an attorney and you don't want to be arraigned today, we're going to put you over to tomorrow. You understand that?
But we already been through this. I am exactly on the account.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
Let me know if you guys lost any brain cells after that first hearing, because I'm pretty sure that guy was either completely detached from reality or just making it up as he went along. But buckle up, because the next sovereign citizen is even more unhinged. This one goes full drama queen, pulling the classic I don't understand routine like it's some kind of magic get-out-of-jail-free card. All this over a simple traffic ticket. Instead of just paying the fine, she decides to explode on the judge, and trust me, it's a full-blown performance. What do you think? Is this delusion, denial, or just pure chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's dive into the madness.
Please state your name.
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman. On the
Okay,
record
we
and for
are
the
here.
record, and let the record reflect. Can you guys hear me?
Very
It's saying I
loudly.
have an unstable connection. Okay. Just making sure.
So on October 9th, defendant was found in contempt of court. So that still stands. Ma'am, you can choose not to have counsel if you want, but you need to understand that you can get up to 90 days on the contempt of court matter. Do you understand that?
I do not understand any charges. I only understand universal law and the right to live in peace and to live as I intend to.
But given that she doesn't understand,
Was never let in, just like now. You administering the trust without consent.
I'm not going to be.
I'm having a bad connection. It's going in
I'm
and out.
not
I'm
going to
not
be
hearing nothing
releasing
you
the
all are
public
saying.
defender's office from this case because I don't think she fully understands the consequences of her actions, and so she will continue to have the public defender.
I
Thank you,
don't need a public defender, Judge Washington.
Ma'am, I asked you a simple question and you did not answer the question in a way that makes me feel comfortable that you don't understand that you understand the laws of the state.
You all are speaking legalese. You all are speaking legalese. For me to say I understand the charges gives you all permission to administer the trust.
Okay.
I don't understand the charges.
Which is why you will not.
And I do not need counsel. I don't need representation.
Your request is denied, ma'am. You will have representation. All right. Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client wants to do?
Oh my goodness. This is
the charges?
You cannot make me have an attorney.
Well, actually I can, ma'am.
Like, this is insane.
Well, I don't think it's me that's being insane.
I seriously cannot with these Zoom court hearings. Like, what even is this? At this point, the judge's only weapon is sarcasm and witty comebacks. And honestly, I get his frustration. But seriously, what does the courtroom come to? At one point, he appoints this woman an attorney, and she has the audacity to just start yelling at him, and nothing happens. No consequences. No order. Just straight chaos. I know I already ranted about this earlier, but it really does tick me off. Zoom might be great for meetings, but for court, it's a disaster. Anyway, let's get back into the madness and see how the rest of this train wreck unfolds.
I don't need your public defender. All I'm trying to do is get the case settled. That's all. This has been going on for so long. A waste of time and money, honestly.
Mr. Barnett, is there an offer?
There is an offer for the civil infraction and expired plate.
Your Honor, I'd be happy to go into a break-in with Ms. Phillips and explain that to her.
Right. I will let you do that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Leba on behalf of Ms. Phillips. Ms. Phillips, could you unmute and state your name, ma'am?
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman.
Lebo, where are we with this, please?
Your Honor, I did have a discussion with Ms. Phillips. I did attempt to explain the importance of representation, why the court has asked that she have an attorney in this matter, as well as conveyed Mr. Barnett's offer. Ms. Phillips indicated to me that she still opposes having an attorney. Additionally, indicated to me that she is not at this time wanting to accept the offer of an expired plate.
Well, I think the offer was for a civil infraction of something different.
I believe was the civil plate infraction.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It's improper plate.
What was the offer again, Mr. Barnett?
It was the civil infraction of having an expired plate.
All right, thank you. And not the criminal, not the
Correct.
criminal infraction. Okay. So, Ms. Phillips, that's correct. You're rejecting that offer.
The offer of what? He didn't offer anything.
Ms. Phillips, he just told you that he's offering.
Am I not hearing something?
He just told you that he's offering you the civil infraction of expired plate as opposed to the criminal offense of expired plate. One carries
Okay, but according to the Supreme Court, traffic infractions are not a crime. The People versus Battle. So what criminal infraction? And I would just like for the case to be dismissed. One, because your who was it, Officer Hannah, and 3 more officers were surrounding my vehicle, pulling my door handles, threatening to pull me out of my vehicle.
Ms. Phillips, I'm going to advise.
I don't even have to be.
This woman desperately needs an attorney right now. She's out here giving up key details during the hearing that could seriously come back to bite her if this goes to trial, and it is. I get it. She thinks she knows it all, but come on. It's a $175 ticket. Just pay it and move on with your life. Instead, she's out here turning a minor traffic violation into a full-blown legal meltdown. These sovereign citizens, man, they really go out of their way to make things harder, not just for themselves, but for everyone involved. It's honestly exhausting. This entire thing could have been avoided with one simple payment, but nope. What do you guys think? Would you go this hard over a traffic ticket? Any sovereign citizens watching care to explain the logic here? Let's jump back into the madness.
What's the offer?
I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna
tell
keep
him
going in
anything.
circles with you, ma'am. Mr. Lebo?
Right, y'all just hate to hear the truth. Y'all just want to do what y'all want to do.
Ma'am, if you don't stop yelling out in court, you've already been held in contempt before. I'm going to hold you in contempt and give you 10 days in jail. Do you understand? Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client would want to do?
I do not, Your Honor. I did have a discussion with her, but she did not convey to me a desire to participate in that conversation.
All right. Then if she's not telling you, I will set it for a trial date.
Ms. Phillips, Your Honor, I would perhaps ask the court to consider a competency referral.
Nothing is wrong with me, you all. I am perfectly fine. I can handle my own affairs. Nothing is wrong with me.
I see you're doing so well so far. You're almost going to jail on a traffic offense.
And I do want to know that I did attempt to explain to Ms. Phillips why her understanding of the case law regarding traffic offenses was inaccurate, but that was not a productive conversation.
I could see why it wasn't productive. So I don't know that she meets the level of incompetence to the standard that you're indicating. That if you want a referral, because you've talked to her and that's where you are, I will refer her for a competency. If she doesn't participate in that, then she'll be found in contempt or have to go to jail to get it done. So her behavior here today is obviously taking her down a very dark path. Hopefully she can change her mind and do something appropriate. So you either want to have a trial, ma'am, or you want to actually accept an offer. So those are your options.
We could take it to trial. We could take it to trial. We could take it to trial.
This jury trial is not going to end well for this woman. The jury's going to hear her talk for 5 minutes, max, and already have their minds made up. It honestly feels like she's doing everything in her power to lose. Not only is she coming off clueless, but her arrogant I know better than everyone attitude? Totally off-putting. When you walk into court with that kind of energy, you're basically sealing your own fate. The judge, the jury, even people watching from home are all probably thinking the same thing. Yeah, this one's a no-brainer. That said, I'm actually excited to see how this train wreck unfolds. If you guys want to watch the full jury trial once I post it, let me know. I'll definitely upload it because something tells me it's going to be wild. Alright, that wraps up this breakdown. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate all your support. If you enjoyed this insane ride and want more courtroom chaos and reactions, don't forget to like and subscribe. And before you go, drop a comment. Do you think she has any shot at winning her case? And what's your take on Zoom court hearings? Are they useful or just a waste of time? Personally, I think they're more trouble than they're worth. Too many delays, constant rescheduling. I'm just not a fan. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and take care until next time.